Okay, moving on to this. We just select the same plane we've been selecting this entire time. Um, Move this, go to normal, and we now draw the high pressure stage of the turbine. The low pressure stage is already drawn, obviously. This is the low pressure stage. We just need to draw the high pressure stage. We go on here and in this center line, zoom in a bit, draw a line, same procedure as before, just needs to be horizontal. And using the smart dimension, give it a dimension of 4 inches. And after that, we simply mark the endpoints. And this, press escape, do it again. Frame entities, remove the center point, take the spleen, and as before, just the same procedure exactly. Press escape, click on the spleen. Let me see if I can mirror this airfoil about the center line this time. Okay, this is what we need with the spleen. Mirror entities, we select this and mirror, select the spleen and mirror about this. For some reason it's not selecting, so let's go back to the spleen method. Select it from here to here, press escape. The spleen is sitting here. Find this tip of the, make a complete, select trim, trim this. Now this is the, then go back to rotating entities, rotate entities, select this, and just press in the middle. It selects both the spleens. Center of rotation again, as before, center of rotation is this. How much do we need to rotate this? We need to rotate this by -5 degrees. Press enter. And didn't rotate it for some reason. The sketch, we are still in sketch. I think something went wrong. Let's just do it again. Rotate entities. Select the spleen. Center of rotation is at the end of this, and the amount of degrees is -5 degrees. Press OK. Not sure why it's not rotating. Or maybe the mirror command is still going on or something. Okay, sometimes you just need to exit the sketch and come back, because it wasn't rotating before, but now it's rotating, so just need to apply that same procedure as before. Now the blade is 4 inches. We will first, okay, we need to exit the sketch, extruded boss base, and obviously select the, from the drop down menu. From the drop down menu, the last thing is the sketch that we need to extrude. Just a second, let me just sketch. There we go. It's selected because obviously the sketch was done on this plane, that little airfoil. We just need to specify the offset, which is going to be, in this case, 70 inches. Press enter. Up to a surface as before. We just need to specify the surface. This is the surface. So we can start to see, there it is. Let me just zoom in from a different point. And there it is. Right? Everything else is the same. Don't need to merge the result for some reason. That causes a problem. So remove that check mark and press enter. This is created, and now we will use the linear pattern. This is already selected. Just need to provide the direction and the amount. The distance between this will be 4 inches, and the number will be 2 stages. So it's going to look like this. Change this value to 5 inches. So 4 inches is way too close. Change this value to 5 inches. Okay, that's looking good enough. Move this. Say okay. So it makes that feature. We do need to make a cut in the first blade. So we will do just like we did with this one. We made a cut that decreases the height of these blades. Same as before, we go to the top plane, go to sketch, zoom in. Like if you remember, we did this part, made a cut like this. In this case, we just need to make a cut in this blade, the first blade. Just zoom in quite a bit and draw a line just using your intuition. No need to measure or anything. You can have it in this, then about this close. Press escape, press the spleen, click on this. Obviously the cut is made across in this way. Press escape again, the spleen stays the same. We'll modify the spleen after. Close the geometry and press escape. Press on the spleen, and now I think line is still selected. Now press on the spleen and click here to have this slight curve. Just this one, this side. That's it. If we were to hold this, then make cut this way, it will be better. Slight cut, not too aggressive of a curve. And then we simply exit the sketch and do an extruded cut just like we did before. I'm just gonna wait a few seconds before this finalizes. Extruded cut in the features, and we just select both directions. It's not colliding with any other part of the geometry. We just need to cut the tip of this blade. So you say yes, this is what we need. It performs the cut. Then we can just use the circular pattern to move these two blades around the body. So we go into pattern, circular pattern, and the blades are, I think, already pre-selected. Let me just zoom in, select the direction. The tip of the blade is selected, not the blade itself. Let me just make sure. Features and faces, in the features and faces, we select the blades. Invalid feature. Just a second. I think it might be this tab that picks up this. Yep, it was this tab. The other tab is not meant to do this. This is the blade. I think it's only picking up one side of the blade and not both. We need to make sure it picks up the entire feature, the entire blade. Features and faces. What if we just go ahead and select this side as well? Yep. Now it's selecting both faces, and we'll go ahead and do the same with this. Yep. Circular pattern. And 38 amount, everything else is the same, equal spacing, everything. Just say okay. It's going to take a few seconds before it implements that, but let's wait. Okay, so I figured out the problem, which is the features and faces needs to be unselected, and we need to select the bodies instead of the features and faces. When we click on this, it'll just pick it up, and for some reason, these blades are not being replicated or copied in the circular pattern using the regular commands that we were using for the rest of the. Check that out. So, yep, the high pressure stage of the turbine. This is the high pressure stage of the turbine.